Well, like North, McKinney Boyd finished the year in the top 5 in the state. In fact, ranked 3rd in Class 5A after the first state tournament appearance in school history. And Coach Kristen Crawford is with us now. And Kristen, what was the key to this breakthrough season for your program?
I think the key was the fact that we were a team from top to the bottom. We had a lot of depth, and it was just everybody contributed. There wasn't one person that did not contribute and help us, make our goal of making state.
And going to state was nothing new for the other 3 teams in College Station that weekend. Plano West, Houston Memorial, New Braunfels had all been there the year before.
Correct.
Your team, the lone newcomer, and despite that, you didn't have any nerves. You didn't seem affected by butterflies as you played Memorial in the semifinals. You fell short 10-6, but your team acquitted itself well.
They really did. We had been talking about that. One of my biggest fears was that we would go out there and be shell-shocked, and we were on the stage of the state championships, and I knew though from the way we had performed all year long that if we could go out there and we could just play, we would be competitive. We knew it would be tough. We knew they had been there before, but we knew that we would be able to be competitive, and there were a couple matches there that could have gone either way. I think in the end they might have still had a little bit more experience at the state level than what we had. But yeah, we didn't play scared. We played hard, we fought hard, and we didn't lose, they beat us. So.
And Kristen, your team certainly had to fight hard in the rounds before just to reach the state tournament. You plowed through a rugged 5A Region 2 tournament, beat Klein and Austin Westlake, 2 powerhouse programs.
Those are 2 huge programs. Klein is a school, that's been at the state tournament. Usually they're the ones that are there in our place, and they were the team that was the regional champions last year. And we, I don't know if we necessarily plowed through them. We had some tough matches, but I think since we had played them earlier in the year at the A&M Consolidated Tournament, and we had beat them at that time, that we had some confidence going in, and we knew what we could do. We knew what we were made of, and we were confident. We never got scared. And we played Westlake. There were some matches that were doubles was somewhat close. It looked like it could be a very close match, and I think we were at 3-all, and Parker and Evan pulled out a huge doubles win. It was a 3-set match, and there was one shot where Parker went, I think it was Parker or Evan, one of them went out for this wide angle shot, and they hit it almost around the net post and won the point, and it was a momentum change for that entire match. And then we ended up pulling out that doubles match to make it 4-3, and from then on it was, we dominated in the singles, and it was exciting. That we wanted that. We were ready for that win, and that's what we had been looking forward to all season long, was that championship, so that we could get on to state. So.
Doubles teams were instrumental to your success this year. You said going into the season that improving that area of your team would be critical, and it wasn't just Parker and Evan who delivered for you. It wasn't just on the girls' side, McKenna Maddox as well as Molly Madricardi. You legitimately went 6, 7, 8 deep with your doubles teams. How were you able to improve that side of your game?
We constantly practiced doubles. We implemented new drills. We worked on net games. We worked on new strategy, angles, lobs. Anything that we could incorporate into our doubles, just to make it so that we had that many more weapons to use when somebody did try to compromise our strategies. And just by adding those different shots and the different shot selections in different strategies, we were able to come up with a whole new doubles game. And when something wasn't working, we could fall back on something else. And we pounded away at those drills day in and day out at practice. And we had such depth too that we were able to make teams that were just solid all the way down the line. So.
McKenna and Molly helped beat Klein and Westlake, 2 very difficult matchups for them. They come out on top. They really helped carry that girls' side for you. And McKenna, it seems like for her, she has a lot to look forward to here in the spring of her senior year. 2 years ago, she went to the state tournament, just missed out last year. What do you think she has in store this year?
Oh, I think she can definitely make it to the state tournament, and hopefully this year, get past that first round at state and be in the finals. She's got a game where she's strong. She's bigger now. She's stronger. She has that confidence that we saw her freshman year, where she'd hold her head high and just had that confident walk on the court. She's got that back now. And I definitely expect to see her in the finals at state.
There's such a family atmosphere with this team. I look at the dynamic between Parker McGinnis and Evan Nix when they play doubles together. They met when they were 11, growing up playing at Stonebridge and practicing their game, and now obviously they're delivering on the court in high school. What has it been like to see that pair grow?
Oh, I mean, it's great to see any of them grow. You see them, when they're from freshmen, and then by the time they're juniors and seniors, they've, matured into these, great, young men and young women, and just, watching them grow, and even seeing, some of them have little brothers and sisters, and, I see them come up through the program, and it's special, and I don't know if you guys know this, but I think we have 7 sets of siblings on our team this year, which it really is a family dynamic, so we've got Evan and his little sister Morgan's there now, and Ashlyn Abby, her little sister Caroline's there now, and that's just the start of it. So it's exciting.
What did you see from those Abbies? I mean, we talk about with John Stein of McKinney North, he had Anna Schreier and Elise Schreier, senior and freshman teaming together. It's a similar deal right here with senior and freshman playing together. What is that like? It's got to be so special for those two. It's the only time in their careers that they'll be able to team up.
It was very special for them, and it's funny because at first they just wanted to play one match of doubles together. Well, they played that one match, and I looked and I was, hey, we might have something going on here. And we put them together, and, I think the fact that they know each other so well helps complement their game. There were a few times, with any brother or, any sister, brother, sister, any combo siblings you put together that, where every once in a while it gets a little too tense and you have to remind them, hey, you're doubles partners, you're not sisters right now. But, that it didn't, when it came down to it, they played, they meshed, they read each other well on the court. They knew how to bring each other up. They knew how to, pep each other up and encourage each other, and they really made a great team.
Evan Nix is the reigning district champion from a year ago, last spring. What do you think he can do for an encore here, senior year, before he heads to Texas Tech to play for the Red Raiders?
I think, Evan has a huge potential. He can, if he chooses to, make it happen, he can make it to state. So he's a great player. He's hasn't signed yet, but it's most likely he's going to Texas Tech. And, I think it's going to be, he's got a lot ahead of him with tennis. So.
The goal, you mentioned state, you can say that just about with any of your players. Your program has reached that point. Can you believe that in such short a time, Boyd has reached the elite in this sport?
I never dreamed it could happen this fast. It's something very special. It's very special for me to be part of, very special for the kids to be part of, the families, and, everybody who's been with us throughout the last few years. And, just watching these kids grow and develop into the players they've become is very special.
Parker McGinnis, it's hard to believe that he has another year left after this one. He's a junior, went to the state tournament last year, finished out in the state semifinals, losing to Conradi, who eventually ended up going to the University of Texas. What do you think Parker can do here as a junior?
Oh, same thing. I think he can make it to state. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
What does it take to reach that level?
Commitment, dedication, discipline, all of the above. They don't just practice during, team practices. They're out on the courts after team practice. They're playing tournaments on the weekends, and it takes a lot of time, a lot of commitment, a lot of discipline to be able to, focus on what they're doing in school as well as, their tennis in school as well as tennis outside of school, and it really, it takes a lot from them.
You say in the spring it's going to be tough to fill out your lineup card every single week because you have so much depth on this team.
We do.
What will go into your decision-making process there?
We have so many seniors this year that I try to take into account a little bit of what each of them want to play. However, last year we had Christian and Alex, and that was all. So we want to play doubles. That was easy. This year, however, with 10 of them, trying to get them all playing exactly what they want to play is going to be hard. So, a little bit of what they want is, seniors trying to, reward them in a way for all their hard work for over 4 years, and playing for us. And also, just looking at what can we get out. Our district's still, fairly weak for our standards, and I think, looking to see, what can we get out to regionals, and, once we get to regionals now, knowing, playing so many of the tough teams and tough competitors at our regional level, who can we get out to state? And, just looking at those combos, it'll, kind of depend upon that, so.
Well, Kristen, best of luck in the spring. Congratulations
Thank you
on
very
a
much.
fantastic fall season.
Thank you.
Kristen Crawford, head coach of McKinney Boyd. The Broncos have risen to the upper echelon of Class 5A tennis in Texas, and you can be sure that more hardware will be won in the spring. And that is our show for today. Thanks so much to our guests, coaches Jennifer Dixon of McKinney, John Stein of North, and Kristen Crawford at Boyd. Remember, if it's McKinney ISD Athletics, it's on Sports Talk. I'm Ted Emrich. See you next time.